Okay. Itamixkanatoni. Good morning. It is somewhere around 0800 hours in the AM on Thursday. I like Thursdays. Aw, poor goose. Thursday morning, February 6th, I believe, 2020, in the lunar cycle Gatto, which is our fourth of 7 winter cycles. Just doing my morning round at Spopikimi. And first thing really worth showing was these geese here at the South Pond spring. So the spring is open again. Yesterday it was looking a little bit icy, slushy. Water around the beaver lodge is still all ice though. It is relatively warm. A sultry -1 degree Celsius, so just below the freezing level, but not so cold. Hey, I'm not even wearing my warm jacket. I've got just my kind of shell with my hoodie, you know. Not too cold, and it's they say it's gonna get +1 this afternoon, so break out the shorts and t-shirts. Don't know what's all on the agenda for today. I mean, I got my basic schedule. Go to the studio, go home. But as you know, anything can happen. Just checking the river over here. I'm gonna be talking distractedly, so I might as well just show you what I'm looking at. I think that was probably our goose clan over there, those 14 that used to hang out here at the open spot. Now there's really just a sliver of open water, like I could, well, oh, there's a little pool. It's a little pool. It was kind of obscured by these choke cherries, but moving over this way I can see it. I'll try to show you here. But yeah, the geese want to start going, where is it here? So there we go. The geese want to start going to the pond. Some of them. But we're going to get geese out here on the river too. Kind of claiming stakes on the anchors of the bridge. So I don't know where they are as yet. Probably down there at the break by the big island. That's where most of the geese hang out. Anyway, back to the itinerary. I will be taking you next, most likely, to the studio, where all week, all we've been doing is focusing on finishing those business plans. We halted the arts this week and are just knocking out business plans all day long, and it's been taking a real weight off my shoulders to see some of those completed. I think now we've got maybe 4 complete, and probably by end of tomorrow we'll have a few more. If we can get 10, you know, by end of the program, then I feel like I've met my objectives, and I think we're gonna get close to there, you know, just by end of the week this week. So I'm feeling a lot happier, a lot lighter, but I'll be even more so when the job is done, when that part's done, and we can just focus on the arts. Next week I'm bringing in a new instructor to start working on hand drums. Everybody's gonna get gonna be able to make a nice hand drum, whether they keep it or sell it, you know, their option. But it'll be a good end of program project, and then we'll have a little trade show, and it'll be a wrap. February 28th. Going down the stairs here into the forest main. Just checking things out as I come down in. Ran into a couple of whitetails coming through yesterday, but not till much further along. Anyway, yeah, they're going to wrap February 28th. New program commences March 25th. We've already got 20 applicants, so it's going to be competitive. In between the 28th and March 25th, Chelsea and I are off for a 2-week adventure, which nobody has guessed the destination of as yet. Although I have had a couple of criticisms about, you know, how can we afford to go vacationing? Truth is, where we're going, the cost of living per day is going to be less than what we generally spend here. So we're actually, per day, we're actually going to be saving money hanging out over there. We're talking like $30 hotel rooms and, you know, $5 meals. Yeah, it's an interesting place, I think, where we're going. So don't worry about us, you know, where we come upon all of our money to do this. It's not an expensive trip we're going on, save for the airfare. The airfare, you know, the airfare had to just absorb that, but that's done. Now the rest should be gravy. And yeah, it'll be our chance to kind of like, it's an investment in mental health, really. Like San Francisco was a nice getaway for me, break the rhythm of my routine, and get to go visit with a friend that I had never, you know, other than just online for a decade of friendship, had never even got to go and see. So that was cool. But you know, that was a few days. 2 weeks is going to be a whole different story, and it's going to be, you know, Chelsea and I off on our lonesome in a place where we don't speak the language, without a set agenda. We're going at it very adventurously. We have not booked, you know, accommodations and travel and this and that between where we're just gonna arrive where we're arriving, fly out from the same place, and what we do in the 2 weeks between, who knows. So it's gonna be a real adventure. So it'll be fun to see, like, you know, because we'll be alone in that, to have that experience together and to get to know each other, you know, in a kind of context that's could potentially be pretty stressful. We'll see, you know. My choice of destinations might have a little bit of my masochism wrapped up into it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm probably going to reveal the destination eventually here, since nobody's guessed it, just so that I can get some feedback regarding people's experiences if they've visited there and that kind of thing. But I'll let it linger a bit yet. We're still a ways off. Not even a full month. Well, full month and a couple of days until we're off on that getaway. Meanwhile, I gotta do the best I can to wrap my program. There is a lot of calls coming in now for skunks and raccoons and stuff, so that's picking up, and we may have some of that today. I don't know. But for the most part, I'm going to be having a regular go to the studio, take Polly for a walk, return to the studio, go home and relax, kind of around. We'll see. It's a Thursday. Who knows what could happen on a Thursday? Well, like I said, you never know what's going to happen. I got into the studio, was there for an hour and a half or so, and got a skunk call. So back to the same residence where I picked up the last skunk. This number 2. We're gonna bring it down to the river bottom, and while we're down there, we might as well stop by and check whether the beavers have eaten any of that food offering that I pushed through the ice. I never went back Monday to see how that went, so now they've had almost a week. That's plenty of time to check them out. Alright, let's look at what we got going on here. Very interesting. Oh, you are a big skunky. Whoa. Well, so far so good. No spray, which, you know, as long as it's not in the vehicle. I really got to get hooked up for trailer towing with that little thing. Anyway, let's let this big mama go. Off she is, waddling away. Too fat to run. Just gonna take this trail. Yeah, I should go explore this trail over here. Just giving me the look. What do you want? Yeah, like I say, one of these days when I have the time, maybe on a weekend trapping excursion, I want to try following one of these animals. See where they go. I mean, I have followed some of my skunks into culverts before, but very short distances into culverts. I'd like to see, like, you know, where's this one gonna go? Where's it gonna decide to go? If I was to follow it all day, where would she end up? She's probably looking for just a place to bed down and sleep through the day and then move during the night. That's the most likely possibility, but I'd still like to see, even when I drop them out in the forest here, where do they go? Where do they find a shelter that they think is good enough to rack up for the day, and, you know? Anyway, let's go check out the beavers and see whether or not they've eaten any of those food offerings, which would imply whether or not they're actually even alive. Throw it in the park. Remove key. Engine still running. Won't even bother reinserting the key quite yet. Do that when I turn it off. Alright, here comes the big test. Probably going to have to get my crowbar back out here to loose these from the ice. I don't even know how safe it is to go out on this ice right now. This ice is kind of sketchy. Hey? Alright. I'll go get the crowbar and go to work. Check that out. Beavers have eaten it right to the surface of the ice. Same with this. Same with this. Same with this. It's all been eaten. Oh, that works out. That's nice. So, I guess we can assume that most likely these beavers are still alive. Unless it's beavers coming from the lodge upstream, which is not a far distance to swim, but they already got a food cache, you know? I don't know, but I'm gonna get some more food for these guys, stick it down the hole, and yeah, success. That feels good. I was pretty worried that I killed them, but I don't think so. Ice is making scary sounds. Still pretty thick though. I shouldn't have any problems. I'm staying off of this area because it's gotten thin. I think basically what I'll have to do is come and check every couple of days at least, maybe every day, and see how their supplies are going until the ice opens. There we go. All right, so I'll probably check back Saturday. Tomorrow morning seems too early for them to eat all of this. Well, not that they couldn't, they're beavers. They just eat all night, but I think I'll return Saturday. This ice is creeping me out. It's making snap, crackle, pop sounds. Whew. All right, back to the studio. All right, so I'm back at the studio now. It's all quiet. Everybody has gone to lunch. The last few ladies who were here when I arrived quickly hastened off to get some of the nice fresh air. The day is beautiful. It's really hard being inside. Of course, I haven't been. So I don't blame them for getting the heck out of here as soon as they could, and probably coming back a little bit late, you know. Who can resist? Any case, I'm going to have my lunch here. I picked it up on the way. It is comprised of some nice chunks of salmon sashimi and some slices of tamago, which is kind of a sugary egg omelet. So raw fish and some egg, and if I get hungry again later in the afternoon, I've got more of this in the freezer, and I've got some Roma tomatoes in the refrigerator if I want, you know, a piece of fruit or vegetable, and I'll wash down with the Thai coconut water, probably a little just regular water later, who knows. I have one more skunk trap to set. This one's going to bring us to the Black Velvet Distillery, where I've trapped several skunks in previous seasons. I don't know what it is in the you know, of all the places in the industrial park, the skunks really seem to enjoy, well, the chicken, right? The chicken what do they even call it when they bring the chickens in from the farms and then just boil them and prepare them, and I don't know. But those chicken places, the skunks go there. And the whiskey distillery, Black Velvet, who make awesome whiskey, by the way. But I can't touch that stuff because we're in dry February. But yeah, they get a lot of skunks for whatever reason. So got to go set up one there. Have to pick up the supplies for our drums. They came in, but they're at the main sawmill office, so at some point I gotta haul those over here and get them out of their way. Several moose rawhides, or no, I think we ordered elk rawhides, and a lot of drum frames. We'll see what we get when I get there, but I'm gonna sit down and have lunch, and yeah. See, I told you Thursday's turning out to be who knows what day. Right on. Should we open it up and see?
Sure.
Oh, I bet I know what that is. Drum frames.
Okay. You want to hold the camera? Go ahead.
It's just like
You do the honors.
I know.
It's like they kind of manufactured this box a little bit. Its dimensions themselves, eh?
These are his rims for his truck, his car.
Yeah, man.
It's going all natural.
We should have 20 of these, eh? Should have enough for everybody to make one. There'll be some extras to sell.
Nice.
16 in this box. This should have also some rawhide twine kind of stuff. Well, straps, eh? I took the easy route and ordered you guys rawhide strapping so that elk strapping so that you don't have to cut your own
Oh, the straps.
strips, you know? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Bunch of this stuff. And 4 more frames. So we'll see how far this goes. Hopefully it'll make all 20. But this isn't from Candy. This is Halford's. No, I haven't made a Tandy order. I'm waiting to see if we've got still money remaining or not. These are our elk hides. I guess I'll just leave them wrapped for now. And Monday, our instructor will be coming.
Cool. Who's gonna do the vouch?
And if you guys want to see, buy Ryan's DVD. This is the DVD you guys got to look for.
What's
so
that?
It's called.
See you later. Off they go. Chelsea and the kids going to Siksika to her uncle's wake. I figured probably the first time I meet most of her family up there shouldn't be for a funeral, so I'm gonna stick back here with Polly and Derek. And yeah, Polly and I are gonna enjoy bison steak with corn tonight for dinner, and I got a little piece of natural, all natural. I don't think it's all natural. At least it's not like, I mean, anything could be called all natural, but any case, some licorice, just a little bit. There's that. We won't talk about pepperonis or the Swiss cheese. That's just all protein snacky stuff. Ooh, bison steak. It's probably too dark in here, isn't it? Let's get this light going. Boom. Yeah, pepperoni and Swiss bison steak which they now sell at Safeways and Sobeys. I just picked this up because it was like half off for these maple sausages. Supposed to eat them tonight. They'll go in the freezer. Maybe get eaten on the weekend or something. It's my corn. And finally, the licorice for my sweet tooth tonight. Yeah, that's what we be doing. Should we go see Derek? Should we go see Derek, Mr. Polio? Oh, the polio. The polio. Oh, put away your pinkness, mister. Let's see Derek. Oh, who's this spider? Who's this spider? What are you doing here? Come on. Come on. Get out of my path. I don't want to accidentally hit you or knock your web stuff. Looks like I got clearance here. Duck under. Hey, mister. What you doing? How you been? Really? Yeah? Are you upset? What are you all upset about? Wow. Hey, Oscar. You want a worm? You want a worm? Should we do worms? Alright. I'll try to throw it correctly this time. Okay? Yeah. Worms. Hey, you can't go in there. There's no way I'm gonna throw it in there. Oh. Alright. Forget it, Oscar. I'll give you worm later. You want one? Oh yes, yum yum. Another? Alright. Okay, so I don't know how much more excitement there'll be here for the night. Given it's just me and the animals. But we'll see. I did have one little thing in mind, but it's kind of cold outside. I might avoid it. I was going to start setting up, now that we're having temperatures nearing 0, I was going to start setting up my heavy bag stand out there. I might still get into it, that I might not. This could be the end of the video. And if so, I'll see you tomorrow. And if not, so be it.